Hey, hi everyone. I'm audible.
Rajat, you're audible. Please continue.
Okay. So, hi, good evening everyone. My name is Rajat Dave and I'll be starting my session soon. So, if there are any question persists for you guys, you can just drop in the question box. I'll just try to definitely do that. Yeah, so my name is Rajat Dave and I'm working as the product manager at HDFC Securities. And today we will be covering a good feature and a session on cashless trading using margin pledge, which is a feature which is given by the HDFC Sky. So before directly jumping into the topic, I would like to ask you all a question like, what if I'll say, what are your thinking? Like if you are buying something, or do you any way expect something extra from it? You can just type in your answer as yes or no. Okay, I can see a lot of answers. Thank you so much. So yes, we have a tendency to always ask for extra from any shopping. So why not to ask extra from our day-to-day trading and investing activities? So the question for you all that can we do trading without paying margin money from cash balance? Still, you can write a yes or no in the chat box too. Okay. So yes, the answer is yes. It is possible by using margin pledge feature on the HDFC Sky. So not wasting any of your time, so I just directly jump into the topic like what is margin pledge? So margin pledge is basically a technique which allows the customer to leverage margin benefits based on the securities which are held in their demat account. Like if I say in very simple words, it will be like you are having XYZ stocks in your demat account and you can use those stocks as a collateral which will in return give you the extra margin money to use for the any trading or investing activity across the universe or across the market. Like you can buy anything from that. So in more simpler words I should say that आप अपना स्टॉक जो भी आपके डीमेट अकाउंट में है आप उसको प्लेज करके उसके अगेंस्ट पे और मनी चार्ज करते हो जो आप कहीं और ट्रेडिंग के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं सो वेयर वी कैन यूज द प्लेज मार्जिन हमने ये जान लिया कि व्हाट इज प्लेज मार्जिन बट हम इसको यूज करेंगे कहाँ पे सो प्लेज मार्जिन कैन बी यूज्ड इन दीज थ्री सेगमेंट्स बेसिकली first is that you can make position in futures. When I say positions, I cover both the things like buy and sell. Secondly, you can take positions in options, but specifically here I'm mentioning buy and sell because at HDFC Sky we have a feature to specially give margin for the buying activities too. And anyways, for sell position and option, you can anyways use the pledge margin. There's a feature by HDFC by the name of BSPL. We know call it by buy stocks, pay later, and we in general we know it by MTA feature that is a margin trade facility. So in all these three segments, you can use your pledge margin, which will help you in your trading journey. So as of now, we know what is margin pledge. We know where we can use the pledge margin. But the main question arises, what all securities you can pledge? Like you can't pledge everything in your demat, right? So this is the list that what you can just pledge from your respected demat account. For an example, you are holding HDFC Bank or Reliance as in cash delivery in your demat. You can completely pledge that for the further trading activities. Same goes with the ETF, which are also known as exchange traded funds that can also be used to just pledge and use that money. And the third category comes as fixed income securities, in which we have something like liquid Bs, and that can also be used. So we know now we are at a point that we know what are the margin pledge, where it can be used, and what are the securities we can use. The most important thing I would like to tell you now, that how pledging works. At HDFC Sky, we have a very user-friendly and seamless design to just make people pledge their securities. So as on the screen, you can see there's a image of the portfolio, and you can see there are many more holding like Asian Paints, Bajaj Finance, Reliance, ICICI Bank. So what you have to do is you have to firstly open your HDFC Sky account. Sorry, just open your portfolio and select the desired stock you want to pledge. For an example, you just selected Asian Paints, and once you selected the Asian Paint, you have to open that window. And once that window will be open, you will be getting an option. As you can see on the screen, there's an option by e-pledge holding. Once you will click on the e-pledge holding option, it will give you option to place the stocks, and you will receive a OTP over your mail, and you will be redirected to the depository website, where you need to just put down your OTP. And once you just put down the OTP, you will get the confirmation that your stocks are placed. And once the stocks are placed, the amount which you have to get in your fund, it will be reflected in instantly. So how margin works? Here's a simple example I've taken. Like, you can consider this as a snapshot of your own portfolio. So the first column shows what are the holdings a person has in their own portfolio. This particular person must have the 4 holdings in the account, like stock 1, stock 2, stock 3, and the ETF at the number 4th. Every instrument has an investment of 1 lakh rupees, which came to a total of 4 lakh rupees. Now, on the third column, you would be able to see an option by the name of haircut percentage. So what basically haircut percentage is nothing, it's just a risk management system, what should I say, which is basically assessed value when you just make your collateral. And this particular amount depends on multiple factors, like अगर stock हमारा highly volatile है, तो हमको उस पे जो हेयर कट परसेंटेज मिलेगा वो हमको कम मिलेगा. एंड अगर हमारा स्टॉक बहुत वॉलेटिलिटी स्टॉक की बहुत ज्यादा कम है, तो उसमें हमको हेयर कट कम मिलेगा. जस्ट वैसा वैसा, लाइक 1,000 investment has a haircut, 1 lakh investment for the stock 1 has a haircut of 15%. So this stock must be having a good volatility. So margin received through is by this stock is 85,000. Same goes with the another stock, like it has 20% haircut. So it has the 80,000 of the margin received from that particular stock. The stock 3 has the haircut of 12, so respectively it will give us 88,000. And when we come to ETF, it has the haircut of 8%. So we are getting a margin of 92,000. So what you can see is you are having a total investment of 4 lakhs, and you are additionally getting a margin of 3,45,000, which can be directly used by you to trade into the market. You can buy futures, you can buy options, you can buy stocks from it. So it will help you in day-to-day trading journey of yours. So now we know that how margin works. So we should directly come at how margin works in the equity side. So here I have taken an example of a stock, name it XYZ. The LTP of the stock is 100 rupees, and the target which you are planning is 150. So with respect to your research and all, you have a target of 150 rupees, and the price of the stock is 100 rupees. So you must be having a thought, मुझे opportunity चाहिए, but you are not having enough cash balance with you. So what will be your call on this particular thing? So at this point, pledging helps you a lot. You will be directly able to buy the stock by using the collateral which can be done by pledging your stocks in the demat account. So as I told you in the starting about the MTF, that is a margin trading facility. So if you want to buy 1,000 quantity of the same stock, which is trading at 100 rupees, so the order amount will be 1 lakh, and you are not having that much of money, but you are having a margin pledge collateral of 1 lakh rupees. So here's a small catch. 25% cash is required for this particular trade. Like if you are having 1 lakh of trade, you must have 25,000 in your account, and rest 75%, that's the 75,000 of this particular trade will be funded by HDFC Sky, and the profit will be yours, and completely depend upon your research analyst, the researches which you do. So you don't need to bring complete cash for the trade. You can just trade on the basis of margin, which can be given you by the HDFC. Same goes in the option side, like as we seen in the last slide about the equity. In this, you can also trade into the options. I take the example of Nifty option call over here. Like if the premium of the call is 100 and you are pretending that it will go to 170 in a day, so you will be easily getting 70 points in Nifty, and that's a good amount. So I take an example that lot size of Nifty is 50. So I've taken 2 lots, that becomes 100. So computing all these things, required funds for this particular trade will be 10,000. Your sorry, cash balance is almost zero. Then same in the case, you will be able to use a pledge collateral, which is 1 lakh, and this will also increase your buying power. And by using this, you will be able to buy 10 lots using the collateral margin. As I mentioned in the starting of the session, HDFC do have a option, do have the feature by which you can also buy option. Like this is quite a unique feature in the industry. You can also buy the option, and selling in future tradings is also available in with our application. So we have seen a lot of theoretical things. So this is a small pictorial representation that how exactly the pledging works. Like you can see on the video, first you have to go to the portfolio, and once you open the portfolio, you need to select the stock. Once you just select the stock, you will be getting an option for the e-pledging, and same, just go to the e-pledge, enter the quantity of how many stocks you want to pledge, and redirecting you to the depository page, just going through the OTP, and just you can see we can just enter the OTP over here, and once we have just completed this process, you will be able to see that you will get a confirmation that the stock has been pledged. So all these pledged amount will be available to your available funds in a couple of minutes only. And that's a two instant process which will save your time during the trading hours. You need not to just add up the money during the trading hours, which is a great help for you. So advantages of pledging is the four advantages which we have just written down over here as the liquidity. Liquidity is basically, it's a feature, I should say, that basically liquidity means that the ease or efficiency of converting asset or security into the cash. So over here, pledging, when we talk about the pledge, the liquidity allows the trader to access immediate liquidity without selling their stocks. So again, the second point will be connected to this, which is maintaining the ownership. As I said, that pledging allows you to just have the extra money benefit with you, but you don't need to sell your stocks from the demat account. The stocks which you are having, it will be yours. and you just get extra margin for that. And anytime you want to just unpledge it, you can unpledge the stock from the same options and you will be able to sell. So ownership will be yours. That's a huge benefit of this feature. Opportunity for higher returns. As I shown you in the example, like with the money of buying 2 lots, you will be able to buy 10 lots. This will enhance the returns which you can make with respect to your own research or any research which you are following. So this is the great advantage. And the last point is enhanced buying power. As I told you, you will be able to buy more quantities. You don't need to just be stick to a particular quantity because of the specified money you are having in your account. So what are the HDFC Sky offerings? Basically, HDFC allows you to trade into equity, FNO, currency, commodity with a very base price of 20 rupees per order. We also have a BSPL feature over here, as I told, buy stocks, pay later, which are also known as MTF. The interest for MTF is 12% per annum. Like in a month, you only have to pay 1%. That is ridiculously less. You can get collateral margin instantly, as I've shown you through the video too. You can just pledge your stocks and you will get the margin instantly, which can be used directly for the future trading, option buying, option selling, and BSP. This is a quick overview. Like over here, you can see that in the example below the screen that your investment is there. You can just 4x the investment by using R margin, and you will be able to amplify your returns. With HDFC Sky, you will be having the opportunity to use your margin and pledge for more than 750 stocks. You just need to place the stocks, get the margin, and just go for it. Just trade. Thank you so much for your time. I just wait for the questions in the question section. If you guys have any of them.
It's uploaded in the website.
Hey, I just got a question that what about your haircut? Okay, the account is left. It's just already covered in the PPT, I think. So can I pledge my shares, reduce your demat as margin? There's a question by Mr. SK Kedia. Yes, sir, you can definitely pledge your shares with HDFC Sky and in your demat as a margin, which can easily be used. You can use it for the option trading, for futures, for equity, for MTF. It will definitely help you out. What is MTF extended to aftermarket? I can see a question by Mr. Yashwant Bangani. Why MTF is not extended to aftermarket orders? That's a very good suggestion, sir. I'll definitely just put it down to our feedback and we'll try to just get it on the application soon. How can we buy futures with this feature? Mr. Dharin Mehta has asked that how can we buy futures with this feature? Dharinji, what you only have to do is any stocks which you are having in your demat account, you just need to pledge it as is shown in the video. You can also just go through our application, you can find all the things. Just go to the pledge section, pledge your stocks, and instantly you will be getting the amount in your fund section, which can be directly used to buy the futures. How interest will be charged? Mr. SK, the interest charge is 12% per annum, that is on the monthly basis, that is 1%, and that is very negligible. Will the plate stock ship? Mr. Vinay Patil, definitely very good question you have asked. That will the plate stocks still be under your ownership or under HDFC's ownership? Definitely, it will be under your ownership only. We don't have any right to sell it on your behalf until unless there's no shortfall. Book profit, we are added. Mr. Ramchandra Nayak, I can take your question. I can't understand it. But what I can understand it from is like you have booked profit and you are not able to see the funds. It will be available in your fund section only, sir. Will the play stock still under ownership or exactly, Vanessa. You can just sell your stock at your will. The only thing you have to do is just unpledge the stocks once you are done with it. That only you have to do. Interest on MTF is 12%, but do you charge interest on pledge margin? Almost. Mr. R. Mehta, you have asked a question that interest on MTF is 12%, but do you charge interest on pledge margin used for option selling and how much it is? So, I just get back to your question. Lakh share sufficient margin 25 can do interest shares. Can we please share? Mr. Samay Pai, no, you can't pledge shares as collateral for loan from bank. That is not an option. Mr. SK Kedia, in case I take position for 1 lakh with shares has sufficient margin and 25 cash, do I have to pay any interest? If yes, then on 75% remaining amount. Yes, you only have to pay the interest on the remaining amount, that is 70%. What is the deadline period for unpledging? Mr. Vinay Patil is asking what is the deadline period for unpledging, right? There's no deadline period, Mr. Vinay, that to unpledge your stocks. You only have to just take care of the interest. That's it. Go back to some previous questions, which I might have missed. Use the phrase Mr. Lakshmi Narayan, yes, the answer is yes to your question. You can use the pledge amount to buy the MDF too. Mr. Rajeshwar has asked when 12% interest will be charged. Sir, when you will pledge your stocks and you will be using the stock for any of the trades, the interest will be charged, and 12% is our annual charge. On a monthly basis, that is 1% only. Sri Prakash ji, no. 12%, as I told in the last answer, only 12% charge is for the complete year. It's not for the day. It's for only a month. The 12% is for the year, 1% is for the month. Charge interest on pledge money options selling. Mr. R. Mehta, no, we don't charge it. The pledge stock will get So yeah, I think I have answered all of the questions. Okay, thanks. Want to understand MDF ledger in HDFC Sky application, Mr. Kalpesh Modi. Mr. Kalpesh, definitely you can just go to the back office on our app. You will definitely find a ledger over there, and it will help. It is made in a very easy form. It can be easily understandable by you. I want to understand if I. Yes, Harshal, you will be getting a limit, but you have to maintain a 50% of the cash component in your account in case if the market turns suddenly. So you have to be quite rigorous about it. I do buy entry stock, but 2 days after converted delivery holding. Yes, Jyoti, you can also convert your position into delivery. If you have buy the stock using the MTF facility, you can also convert it. The only thing you have to do is you can just have to pay the complete delivery fees for it. Can I pledge gold bond? Can yeah, okay. So I think Dina Thomas has asked that can I pledge gold bonds? Dina, you can just what you can do is you can yeah, SGBs can't be pledged as of now. So what you can do is you can just pledge the gold bees instead of that. It can be done. Can I apply for IPO? Mr. Ramchandran Naik, yes, definitely you can apply for IPO. Of the topic, please note the feedback to add option to add multiple change bank access and Mr. Vinay Patil, I just note down your feedback. Thank you so much for it. Hi, Mr. Vanam Kumar. You can just go to back office. You will find all the report section and you can just download the profit and loss statement from there. क्या होल्डिंग स्टॉक प्लेज करके एमटीएफ में ट्रेड कर सकते हैं क्या? हरी कृष्ण जी, यस, आप अपने होल्डिंग स्टॉक को प्लेज करके एमटीएफ में ट्रेड कर सकते हैं, वो अलाउड है. ओके okay. So no new questions. So should close now. Okay. Mr. Harshal Joshi is asking if I pledge share, do I get dividend of that share? Harshal ji, very good question you have asked. I would just tell this to everyone. Like, if you are having a stock, like if I tell you are having HDFC Bank in your account and you just pledge the stock, and suddenly you all got to know that there's some corporate event in that the company is announcing dividend or any bonus is being given, you will be getting each and everything. If the company is giving out a dividend, you will be getting it. The if there any corporate event, it will be just benefited to you. So yes, the answer to your question, Mr. Harshal, yes, you will get the dividend. On the additional side, you will be using that money to just make more money on the trade side. Is MTF and e-margin the same? Yes, Arjun ji, that's completely same. Vanam ji, what download option is showing on this? Vanam ji, you can just try reaching to our customers support team. They will definitely help you out. You charge interest for the margin given on the used margin. So there's a question by Mr. Sri Prakash. Will you charge interest for the margin given or used margin? So, sorry, there was quite a glitch. Yeah, I was talking to Mr. Sri Prakash, right? So he asked that will you charge interest for the margin given or on the used margin? You will be charged interest on the used margin, sir. How can I pledge my share, Harshal ji? Harshal ji, just open your portfolio, select any stock, click on the button that says yeah, pledge. You will get a OTP, just put in down the OTP and your stock is pledged. And the fund will be in your account in 2 to 3 minutes. Mm, can you explain e-pledge process again? I am unable to locate e-pledge. Mr. SK Kedia. Mr. SK Kedia, I just go back to the screen. I think I have to just go back. I'll just show you. Okay, so Mr. Kedia, you will be able to see my screen. Uh, you can see that on the first screen, there's a portfolio on over here. And once you just get all the options in the portfolio, you can just select any of the stock. Like I've selected over here, and I'm getting an option of e-pledge holding towards the right corner of this banner. Once you just click this particular option, you will be getting an OTP on your registered email ID, and you will be redirected to the depository website where you need to just put in down your OTP. And once you have just put down your OTP, you can see that the stock has been pledged. Hmm. Can I use the feature to buy US stocks? Mr. Dharin Mehta is asking. Yes, you can use the feature to buy US stocks. Very good question. Vanamri, thank you. Harshalji, thank you so much. SK Kedia, thank you. Okay, I think there's no new more questions, so I just close this session and thank you so much for being a lovely audience. It was great taking this session. Just tune into HDFC Sky for more trading benefits and just have a look to our new or the new features which we are just getting for you all guys on a day-to-day basis. Thank you so much. Yeah.